I want to love you to your dying day. This is an anime that has been on my radar for months now. I have been wanting to cave and read the manga so badly, but I held out for it. I waited. I was told this was going to be a Yuri anime, but the actual descriptions for it sound absolutely insane. And after watching the first episode, it blew away my expectations completely. And honestly, it ended like a movie to me. Before we dive into this super dark anime, if you want more anime and manga content like this, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, hit the notifications. Let's talk about this already because the story hits fast. Right out of the gate, we see a bloodied up girl in a forest being attacked by someone with what looks like a wand. Cut to the next scene and we meet our main character, Sheena. Right away, she seems pretty bleh. She has no energy and she acts like she doesn't care about anything. But we figure out exactly why a second later. The group of girls at this orphanage are abruptly told by their teacher that their classmate has died. No preparation, no real empathy, nothing. And it turns out the dead girl is the one we saw in the opening forest scene. What makes it so messed up though is that this is a regular occurrence for them. Girls they know die and it's just swept under the rug. It's announced and everyone just goes about their day. Being taught in class, eating lunch, doing whatever, nobody mourns. This orphanage finds kids who have nowhere else to go and trains them for war. It's called the National Warfare Sorcery Weapon Training Institute. Long ass name, I'm never saying it again. Kids from ages 10 to 17 are sent here, and you're paired up with someone else when you're trained to use magic. To make things worse for Sheena, the girl who died was her roommate. So Sheena gets excused from class for the rest of the day just to clean out her dead roommate's stuff. Once she's alone, you can tell she is pretty emotional. She's questioning life, wondering if this kind of existence is really okay. Everyone else seems totally fine with it, but she isn't. People are dying constantly, and life just keeps pushing on. Rinse and repeat. She knows this shouldn't be normal, but nobody else is saying a word. While deep in thought, she goes to get dinner late because she's been cleaning her roommate's stuff all day. And that's when she meets a mysterious girl wearing a hood, covered in blood. At first, I thought this was going to be a hallucination of her dead roommate, but it's actually a new girl with pink hair. Even though she was covered in blood, she's incredibly energetic and Sheena shares some rice with her and they start talking after this. To me, the pink-haired girl always seemed a little bit off, to say the least. Suddenly, after their conversation, a nurse comes up, calls her Mimi, and takes her away, saying she isn't supposed to be interacting with the students. This series has a bit of comedy into it, even though it's a darker series. Sheena just knows she will never see her again after this fact. But the next day comes and, surprise surprise, a new student joins her class and it's Mimi. Everyone is instantly taken by her because she looks cute. Now I forgot to mention this, but Sheena does have two people I think she considers friends. Seiron and Ali. Earlier when kids were bullying her in class, they got them to back down and they sit with Sheena and Mimi at lunch. But rumors have started to spread already about Mimi, so they straight up ask her about these rumors. Before she can really answer, students get called away for a mission and she's one of them, even though she just got to the class. We already knew she had something to do with whatever happened the night before. The blood that was on her obviously wasn't her blood. The rumor is that Mimi has been at this facility for a long time, receiving special training from the teachers. She's essentially a supreme class weapon of war. Sheena can't believe this because this same girl she just met was so sweet and harmless, even though she was covered in blood. She shared rice and had a great conversation with her. Since Sheena's old roommate passed away, Mimi is assigned to be her new roommate, and as Sheena is helping bring Mimi's stuff back to the room, they notice two girls quote-unquote kissing in the hallway. The show explains that they aren't just kissing, they are actually transferring magic from one person to another to heal them, and they have to do it through touch. Why the lips, I couldn't tell you. When they get back to their room, Sheena starts to feel unwell, so Mimi immediately tries to do the exact same thing to her, and yes, this is fan service. I don't care how you look at it, this is fan service. But right after, Sheena remarks that Mimi tastes like soap and blood. That line alone tells me what kind of show this is going to be. So, I've seen I'm in love with the villainess, and there's no freaking way I will be your lover. But I have not seen a Yuri series yet this dark. The world building is good so far. These are orphans with no backup plan, so they're forced to earn their meals fighting for war. Sheena is already such a relatable character. We find out her old roommate once told her that she was lucky for being weak because war's scary. But Sheena is just a young girl. None of these kids should have to go through any of this, regardless of how talented they are. Everyone in this world has magic, but some use it better than others, of course. Sheena isn't as good as the rest, so I doubt she'll be chosen for major combat. Instead, I predict she's just going to get closer and closer to Mimi. Maybe they send her on missions with Mimi. I don't know. I can't wait to see Mimi's backstory and how their relationship develops. I'm already liking them, to be together just based on their dynamic. But given how crazy the world is, I get it if it takes time. I wouldn't be mad. The first episode completely blew me away. I know the fact that it's a dark Yuri is going to be huge for some people. I love romance series, but I like it even more when they include super deep and intense stories. Let me know what you thought about the first episode in the comments. I really want to talk about this series. Thank you guys for watching this one, and I will see you in the next one. Get it?